Today we're here at the Robert M. Kerr Food and Agriculture Products Center. And joining me is Dr. Roy Escoubas, who is the director of the facility here, also known as FAPSI, right? Can we shorten it to FAPSI for this conversation?
Yes, absolutely.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about what all you guys, you've been here for 25 years and you've provided a lot of products to Oklahoma. Let's talk about some of the services that y'all provide here.
Well, first of all, we are completely economic development. So our services are to help people in their plants, help them troubleshoot a problem that they have, to help in their product development in the plant. Maybe it's fine-tuning their equipment so they get the best out of it at any moment in time. But oftentimes it's either product development here or it's training and education. We do a broad range of services, and it's focused completely on the people of Oklahoma.
Because there's so many different times where I've met with people and I'm like, you should turn this into a product, right? But that can be a big road to go from a recipe or a food product into a shelf-stable, marketable product, right?
Yeah,
and that's where you guys are here to help.
We are. For people who are involved with startup businesses, that's usually where it starts. Usually in those kinds of family recipes that people thought so well about, they want to make a ton of money on them, so they come here and get our help to do that. And if they were to go to the Department of Health, thinking that they would start there, well, the Department of Health would point them to us.
Okay.
And so they'll come here to us, and then we'll work with them. The first thing we do is make them go through our basic training short course, so that they know exactly what their liabilities are, what the hurdles they face, the difficulties, the funding, all the things that relate to food safety. And by the time they finish that one day's class, they make a decision that this isn't for me. And so we usually probably glean about 10% of the people who come to basic training will ever take another step forward.
So that's an eye-opening training.
It is. It's a wonderfully eye-opening experience for them, because it teaches them all the difficulties of moving into the food industry.
Right.
It's a highly competitive, very difficult business.
Okay. So you can be a farmer or a baker or a producer of beef cattle, but taking it to that next level, you got to be a marketer and an economist and all these different skills, right?
Yeah, and most people are so good at their product, they're terrible at marketing because they don't know how to go about that.
Right.
They know how to make their product, but they don't know how to sell their product.
Right.
And so it really is a difficult thing.
You provide a lot of training, right? Food safety, labels, and all of that stuff. I mean, all the nutritional stuff that goes on to that label. There's certain things that have to be on there, and you help people with that as well?
We do. We go through the full gauntlet with them, and we'll take them step by step by step. And so if they can be really good at one thing, they know nothing about something else, and we'll step them in. And so if we were to receive a request from a large business, they'll schedule, come in, do their work, and be out in a day or two. And we won't see them again until they need us again.
Right.
But with a small business, they come in, and we're with them for months and months and months and years. And sometimes they're still with us after 3 and 4 years, because they're learning step by step, and we have to take them step by step.
So you really walk them through that process.
The whole bit of life,
Well, I think it's fascinating to see some of the products that you guys have had a hand in. For 25 years, you've been here helping the people in Oklahoma. So I've heard that you guys are a very popular tour also, just for anybody who might want to visit.
We are. In fact, as I understand, we've had these tours scheduled, and maybe as many as 4,000 people a year have come through here. And it's just a matter of walking in and doing that. But we prefer someone schedule it ahead, so that we can have a tour leader, and we can bring them through the lower level, and even our second floor, where we have all the action of food processing.
So people can find out more information on your website, I'm sure, about that. And it's the entry here is open to people if they want to come in and see some of the products. But you've got a lot behind the scenes for people to visit. Tell us a little bit about the equipment that you have to offer different producers.
One of the things that people don't realize in this building is that we operate under a USDA grant of inspection. So we have a USDA inspected facility here for slaughter and dressing of livestock, beef, pork, and lamb. And so we'll slaughter and process maybe it's 300 and 400 head of livestock a year. and we'll move it through our retail shop, which we have on Dock 4.
Right, every Friday. You can
Every
get
Friday
some
afternoon in Dock 4,
delicious
right.
fresh meat here.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
All right, so everything from beef to bread, you guys are providing and supplying to Oklahomans. Because one of the big things is we are obviously a big wheat producing state here, and a lot of it was leaving, right? So why don't we make our own baked goods right here, right?
Yeah, and why not?
Right.
You know, and we have 2 mills, 2 grain mills in our shop on the west side of 2nd floor. And between us and the wheat quality lab, we're milling oftentimes during the week. Okay. And so we can mill grain, mostly wheat, and we bake bread and do all kinds of things in that shop. And we offer technical assistance to people, to bakeries in the field through our bakery shop upstairs.
Okay. And you also offer workshops too, right? For people that are wanting to learn about different types of baking.
We do a lot of workshops. We do baking workshops. Right. We do meat slaughter and processing workshops. We do basic training workshops for entrepreneurial business. We do food safety workshops to talk about food safety, the requirements for the USDA, the FDA, and even home bakery businesses. We do a lot of workshops here and at various places around the state for small businesses, startup businesses, home processing businesses.
Thank you so much for sharing this information with us. And if you want to find out more about the Robert M. Kerr Food and Agriculture Products Center, check out their website. We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.